really started giving to Instagram and started playing for social media. And I found there's so many supportive people, and you can kind of be genuine and share your journey. You don't have to be perfect.
Welcome to the Passion Behind the Art Show. It's all about diving in with individuals to learn the story behind their passion. It's your host, Daryl Pinnock.
So I'm so excited today to have Jolene Madewell on the Passion Behind the Art Show. She's a very awesome flutist, and I found her on Instagram, so I was like, let's have her on the show. Welcome, Jolene.
Thank you.
All right, so let's kick it off. The first question that I usually ask is, how did you get started? What age did you fall into music? What was the story behind it?
Yeah, my first experience with music was in first grade. I remember coming home from school one day and my brother's best friend had started playing violin, and I was like, I have to do that too. I need to get me her teacher. So I finally begged my mom and started taking violin lessons, and I made my show and tell debut in second grade. I played something from my method book, and all the kids were like, that's so cool. And so I played violin for 3 years. And then in order to be in band in elementary school, you could not play a string instrument. You had to play like a woodwind or a brass instrument. And one of my friends had a flute. She was going to start flute, and I said, sure, me too. So then that's how I picked flute, as a friend was doing it. So I knew I'd have someone to sit next to in band. And it was a good choice. I thought flute looked really cool. I looked up to the older kids at the concerts, and I thought those flute players look really cool. So that's how I switched, and I just didn't stop, and I'm still going.
Awesome. So when someone hears Jolene's music, what are you trying for them to experience? What feel are you trying to create?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think more recently, in the past 5 or 10 years, I've been noticing in the people I admire when they play, I notice kind of, are they secure in themselves? Are they kind of standing with presence and making themselves disappear in a way? So they look confident, but they're also giving to a bigger purpose. And I've tried to find ways to embody that, and through different like anatomy training and mindfulness training and all of that is a big influence in what I do. So having stage presence and also sort of losing yourself so music stands first is really important to me.
Nice. So who would you say you grab energy from, your support system, to keep you going into this venture of being a musician?
There's a lot of different influences from different directions, and since I graduated from grad school, I got my master's in flute performance.
Nice.
I had a very, very good flute studio. My teacher, Ava Amsler, was amazing, and we had the best grad school studio. Was really supportive. And since I left that, I moved from Florida to Austin, Texas, and got married, and I didn't have flute players all around me. So that's when I sort of really started giving to Instagram and started playing for social media. And I found there's so many supportive people, and you can kind of be genuine and share your journey. You don't have to be perfect. And it really helped me sort of be okay with playing. I went through a phase of, I'm not sure anymore, because I didn't have a gauge of, how am I doing? No one's really giving me feedback for a full year. So Instagram started giving me support and really motivated me to keep improving. And I feel like I've improved quite a bit because I've put just small videos on Instagram every week.
Nice. And you've been pretty consistent. Do you know Bhavani?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
cool. I had her on the podcast earlier. She was in one of the beginning stages. She was such a sweet lady.
She's awesome.
So I know it hasn't always been easy. So what would you say was the greatest hurdle or struggle you had to experience in this venture?
I would say right after graduating and moving to Texas, that was the first time I was out of school, and I needed a full-time job. So I had to get a full-time job and work the full-time job, and I had very little motivation to practice, and I went through a long phase of not playing anything or playing 3 notes and saying, I sound fine, I'm going to watch TV now. I didn't have any goals or any real, I wasn't giving it any gusto anymore, and that felt very guilty about it. And so I finally, I think through Instagram and through just trying to be persistent in finding small goals while here, it's been here 3 years now, and I've been able to sort of latch on to just personal goals in a different way, and that's really, I feel like I've come back from my slump, which is good.
Nice. Yeah, that's good when you can find some way to get yourself out of it. I hear you say that you live in Austin, Texas. That's like my dream place to live. I'm still working on it. My wife is not making it very easy, but I'm still working on it. But yeah, I want to live in Austin. I did a tour there about 5 years ago, and I just fell in love with Austin. I went to San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and Austin kind of stood out for me.
It's awesome here. Yeah, it's very hot. It's like 105 degrees, but it's awesome.
So what's next for Jolene? What are you working on? What's the next step? Where are you trying to go?
Recently, I've had the fortune to teach a few people from Instagram and from elsewhere teach on Skype.
Nice.
And that's been just the coolest thing. There's people from all over the world sending me messages, and I've had a blog for 5 years, and past 2 years I've been really putting a lot into it as far as just being consistent and sharing kind of what I'm interested in as far as the posture and ease in playing, effortless playing. And so I feel like I've been able to attract people who are interested in that too and teach them. And so there's a lot of really talented people who are sending me messages wanting help with how can I play with less tension? How can you help me with this audition material? I feel like I'm overworking and it doesn't feel good to play. And I love that those kind of questions are showing up in my email. I love helping people with those needs specifically. So I'm hoping to keep teaching more people on Skype. It's been awesome.
Nice. So you kind of just basically teaching everything you know.
Yeah.
Nice. So we're getting ready to close, but after this question, will you be able to play for us?
Sure.
All right. Freaking awesome. Awesome. All right. So last question. What advice would you give musicians in this day and age between, social media and just trying to grow and keep it motivated? What advice would you give a musician?
I would say that there are going to be highs and lows, and you're going to go through really great, supportive, feeling good about your playing, consistent playing, and then you might drop down to, I'm not sure anymore, I don't know where I am, I don't know what I'm doing, but just kind of keep your eyes open for kind of a small spark of something that turns you back into a good place. And just that tiny little, for me, it was just post a video online, and it can sort of, things start falling back into place in a better way than you realize. So just always be open to keep on going no matter what's going on, and it can be really good.
Nice. Well, I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Looking forward to hearing you play.
Awesome. All right.
I hope I didn't put you on the spot.
Let's see. I've been working on the Carmen Fantasy, so I'll play a couple lines from that. I'm going to back up too.
Nice. Well, Jolene, again, I thank you for coming on the podcast. I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And I just saw you playing, but you have an awesome personality meeting you. So, you just got the right energy, and you're going to go far.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. All right, so enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You can also stop by passionbeyondtheart.com to listen to past episodes and to learn more about the project. Blessings.